and relationships. They're totally connected. They're just overlapping, integrated. You know, one thing leads to another. You can start at any place, and if you do it thoroughly, it will lead to all the others. I want to give you an example so it's not just like philosophy. There are 3 unions, the stewards for each union, and then their chief negotiators. They were trying to get along with each other. It was fascinating. We'd already done work with the management, with the company that these unions were a part of. But at that particular place, to load steel onto a ship, they had 3 unions to take it from the plant to put it on a ship. And there were big, huge yellow demarcation lines on the docks. And they were not allowed to drive past those. They would lay this coil on the line, the next union would pick it up and lay it on the next line. Unbelievable. They had a problem. The industry was going to go down. They can't sustain that. I mean, it's regardless of what your contracts say, the whole industry could go down. So they asked us to come to, the unions asked us to come and work with them. We got there, and we had done a lot of pre-work. We got there, and in 10 minutes they say, we don't think we need this meeting. And we said, well, that's pretty interesting. How, you know, what happened? And they just got freaked out, right? And it's like, oh, the head federal officials didn't want this out of their control. So they started sharing information about the data, the financial data, and what was really happening. And they started opening up a little bit, forming a little bit more trust as they shared experience, other people sharing information that they never would share before. And they started to find a little bit of, we have some things in common and our futures are at risk in common. And they shared a little bit more information. You build all of it. You could start at any point, but realize you're going to build all 3. Now, if you aren't willing to do that, and all you came in to do in that conversation was to come up with a new structure or a new process or a plan to somehow get along, to somehow reduce your cost of delivering steel, it's never going to work. That's not where the breakthrough came from. It didn't come through that there was they had to fundamentally change the way they were willing to do business. Turf, all those things that you experience in your worlds about, boy, you know, that's our organization's job. All those things, you have to get past that. And that's below the green line. This is the experiential outcome. This is the rational outcome. Now, nobody wanted to walk away without having accomplished the rational outcome, correct? Because that's all that would fundamentally matter. But to get there, you have to simultaneously do the experiential outcome. This is almost always the entry point to a breakthrough, is information. This is what people are missing. It's why in all of this transparency of information, people have a gut level of why that's so important. It's fundamental. Because without it, people start hallucinating completely about all other possibilities.